Compound nouns. So what are compound nouns in German language and how do we use them in German language? Compound nouns are practically two elements, two words, which we put together and use as one word. For example, we take two nouns, German nouns, die Nacht, which means the night, and der Bus, which means the bus. And then we simply just put them together, add one to another one, and what we have at the end, we have der Nachtbus, so the night bus. Let's analyze closer, take closer look at how do we do it. So die Nacht, the night, und der Bus, the bus. Look, those two nouns, they have different definite articles. Nacht has a definite article die, so this is obviously a feminine noun, and Bus has definite article der, so this is a masculine noun. When we combine them together and we create one noun, we will take the definite article of the last component, of the last element of compound noun. So please keep in mind the last noun, which will always give the gender to the noun and number. So in this case, definite article der indicates that the noun Nachtbus is the masculine noun, der Nachtbus. We can create a compound noun from an adjective and a noun. For example, we take an adjective krank, which means sick, and we take a noun der Wagen, which means vehicle, car, vehicle. We combine them together and we will create the word Krankenwagen. Look, in this case, we use additional element, a joining component, which just will help us to pronounce this word correctly. It's very difficult to pronounce K and W and W together, so we put additional EN, so Krankenwagen. And of course, because we have to take the definite article from the last component, der Krankenwagen, which means ambulance in English language. We can take a verb and a noun and create a compound noun. So we took the verb fahren, which means to drive, and the noun das Rad, which means wheel, and we put them together. And look, in this case, so we create something like Fahrenrad, but in this case, it is easy to pronounce two r together, Fahrrad. So we don't need this joining element, and we get rid of this, and this will be our compound noun, Fahrrad. Of course, we will take the definite article from the last component, and Fahrrad is a bicycle in German language. So let's analyze once again these three examples. Der Nachtbus, der Krankenwagen und das Fahrrad. So in all three compound nouns, we have one element, for example, noun plus second noun. Then we have an adjective and a noun, and we have a verb or part of the verb, the stem of the verb, and a noun. So as you see, last elements of any compound nouns will be always nouns. So that's why we call them compound noun. And you remember that last noun, so last element, gives the gender, so definite article for compound noun. So joining a components, what we use between elements. Let's analyze some of them. Der Krankenwagen, you know already this word, so ambulance. We use en to connect two elements together. In another compound noun, Staatsoper, Staatsoper. In compound nouns, Bundesrepublik, we use joining component es to connect Bund, federal, and republic. And in compound noun, der Bilderrahmen, so picture frame. And last compound noun is das Schweinefleisch, which we can translate in English as just very short word pork. In German, we have long compound noun, and we use a joining component das Schweinefleisch. So those are joining components you may memorize when you analyze the German compound nouns.